5-4. The Skippers coming to tonight's game with an overall of 10 wins with 10 losses.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Shipyard. That's right, it's time. It's time. Time for some Skippers baseball. I am Kelly Nolan. I'm your announcer for this evening's game, where your Skippers will take on the Carolina Ducks. Skippers are coming into tonight's game 10-10 with one tie. Skippers are riding on a two-game losing streak, so we're going to see if the Skippers can break that streak this evening. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sentara Albemarle Hospital and Sentara Albemarle Medical Center here in Elizabeth City. Tonight the Skippers have Tanner Simpson with the assignment on the mound to start things off. Tanner Simpson, a junior at Methodist University, hails from right here in the River City, right here in Elizabeth City. We'll see how he does tonight on the mound for the Skippers.
Leading off the top of the first for the Ducks is number 2, Skylar Dark.
Starting out for the Ducks tonight is number 2, Skylar Dark. And Simpson fires the first pitch of the game as a called strike. Simpson coming into tonight's contest with a 2.29 ERA. Shoots one in low for ball one. For those of you who joined us last night, Skippers had a heartbreaker where they lost to the Wingmen of Kinston, 5-4. But today's a new game and new team, and we're going to root our Skippers on to victory tonight. Dark fouls another one off first base line, just to the dugout. And the 1-2 pitch. Fouled off third base line. Just outside the fence. And down in the water. Just a little bit inside, evens the count at 2 to Dark. Simpson with the windup and fires one in for called strike 3 to Dark. And that's going to send him back to the dugout.
Now batting number 23, Jalen Greenidge.
Next up for the Ducks is number 23, Jalen Greenidge. No Skipper fans, you are not hearing things. Skippers are trying to help the Ducks out a little bit tonight, so got a couple of players that are playing switch duty tonight, and
Almonte.
Greenidge is one of those players tonight.
Almonte, you want to walk outside too, buddy?
I want one.
Got to strike out there.
And Greenidge is able to make it
Now
safely
batting
on to
number 14,
first.
Paxton Tucker.
That's going to bring up number 14, Paxton Tucker for the Carolina Ducks. Greenidge attempts to steal second, but is run back due to a foul ball back to the fence by Tucker.
You got to strike out there. Anytime I play walk outside for visiting team, you got to strike out. Or at least get out. How about that? Put the ball in play.
Greenidge is able to make it safely to second, stealing second with that wild pitch from Simpson. And that's going to send Tucker back to the dugout.
Now batting number 13, Juan Almonte.
Now that's going to be two away for the Ducks. That's going to bring number 13, Juan Almonte, up to the plate for the Ducks. And that one is rocketed foul over the first base line, just over the crowd and into the swamp. And just like that, Almonte gets down in the count, 0-2. So Skipper fans, let's see how well you've been paying attention
Huff, you want to walk up song too, buddy?
as the Ducks come up to bat. Let's see if you can count how many of the Skipper's teammates are playing for the Ducks tonight. If you're able to figure that out, post it on the Facebook page. Popped foul. If you go on the River City Skippers Facebook page, there should be a post about the starting lineups for the Skippers. If you can take and count how many of the Skippers' teammates are playing for the Ducks, comment that number on that post. Let's see how many folks know their Skippers. Back to the at-bat, Juan Almonte looking at a 1-2 count. And Simpson blasts one in for strike three to retire the side.
No runs for the Carolina
No
Ducks
runs
at the top
scored
of
for the
first.
Ducks.
The Skipper's first at bat coming up.
That's going to take us easily into the bottom of the first. Let's see how the Skippers handle this at bat. And that's going to bring number 8, Cole Wagner, starting things off for the Skippers. And attempts a second bunt unsuccessfully to put him down in the count 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Low, ball 1. And that's going to bring us even at 2.
What's up?
And with that shot into left field by Wagner, that's going to bring up Kobe Ott for the Skippers. And just like that,
Budweiser? Budweiser? Bud Light? No, all right. Britney Spears, Bud Light, we're good. I was off the Bud Light.
and that brings number 37, Ryan Bellamy, up for the Skippers. And Bellamy's heading the count 2-0. '27, Dallin Arrington is a pitcher for the Ducks. Arrington is checking odd at second, and Bellamy sends one skied into left center field, and it is caught for out number 2. That's going to bring up number 11,
Ethan Robinson.
Ethan Robinson for the Skippers. And with that overthrown pitch, that's going to bring Colby Ott in for the score for the Skippers. Robinson ahead in the count, 2-1. 2 away for the Skippers. And with that, Robinson gets the count tied at 2. Robinson in a dangerous spot now, as he fouls one up just over our heads. And it lands just behind the first base dugout. And the 2-2 pitch. And Robinson watches strike 3 come down, and that's going to retire the side and finish out the first inning.
1 run for River City in the bottom of the first. Your new score is the Skippers 1, the Ducks 0 after 1 inning.
That's going to put your Skippers up 1-0 after 1. I'd like to thank a few of our corporate sponsors while we have a few minutes. I'd like to thank Chesapeake Regional Healthcare, Jersey Mike's, Hopper Flow Controls, Pine and Porch, and as customary, our sponsor for tonight's game, Centera Healthcare. A big thank you to all of our corporate sponsors for sponsoring Skippers Baseball. Starting off the second inning for the Ducks is number 43, Paxton Huff.
Leading off the top of the second for the Ducks is number 43, Paxton Huff.
Simpson with the pitch. Just a little bit on the outside. Simpson fires one in for strike one. It's going to bring the count at 2-1. Huff swings and a miss. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And with that, Huff is going to be thrown out at first.
Now batting number 3, Trey Sauls.
That's going to bring up Trey Sauls, number 3 for the Ducks.
How tall are you? Wait, are you sitting on center field? What is going on here? I can't see what's going on.
And Sauls starts off with a called strike. It evens the count 1-1. Simpson in the windup, fires one in, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Sauls. And Sauls fouls one up over home plate. Staying alive in the at-bat. Simpson with the 1-2. Grounded to center field. And Sauls makes it safely on to first. Next up for the Ducks is number 23, Court Keegley.
Now batting number 23, Court Keegley.
Keegley watches ball 1 come by from Simpson. Keegley comes into tonight's game batting 133. Hoping to improve on that average. And a swing and a miss by Keegley evens the count 1-1. Simpson gets his sign and is set. Checks Sauls at first. And the pitch, Keegley rockets one into right field, just outside foul. Simpson with the pitch. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One out on the Ducks. Trey Sauls on first. Simpson with the pitch. Keegley grounds one to second, where your Skippers turn a double play and gets out of the inning. Kobe I.
There are runs for the Ducks in the top of the second. The score remains the Skippers 1, the Ducks 0.
I stand corrected. That was Nagel to Hunter Sherman to Ryan Bellamy at first. Either way, the Skippers got out of that inning with no damage. Let's see how they do in the bottom of the second inning here.
Leading out the bottom of the second for the Skippers,
starting
number
things
23,
off.
Jack Matuszak.
In the bottom of the second is number 23, Jack Matuszak. See how he does against Arrington tonight. He starts out with a called strike. Counts even at 1 to Matuszak. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled. Third base line.
Just a reminder that any foul
Just
ball returned
outside
to the concession
the
stand,
fence.
that person gets a prize, whether an adult or a child.
You might need your chest waders if you're going after that foul ball there, because that one just went into the creek. Matuszak blasts one down first base line where he is tagged out by Trey Sauls.
Now batting number 21, Rowan Hudson.
That's going to bring number 21, Rowan Hudson, up to the plate for the Skippers. And Arrington with the pitch and Hudson with a swing and a miss to start the at-bat. Not exactly the way Rowan Hudson wanted to start his at-bat, but he watches Arrington blast one in to even the count, 1-1. Arrington with the stretch. A little outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Low pitch to Hudson, 3 balls and a strike. 3-1 pitch. Hudson pops one up. And that's going to be grabbed by Paxton Huff for out number 2. That's going to bring up number 18, Drew
Now back
Nagel.
Number 18, Drew Nagel.
Drew comes into tonight's contest batting .225 as he watches strike 1 come down from the hill. Arrington gets his sign. The pitch, low and in the dirt. The 1-1 pitch from Arrington. And Nagel swings and misses. And with that, that's going to finish
No
the inning.
runs for River City in the bottom of the second. The score remains the Skippers 1, the Ducks 0 after 2.
And with that, that's going to bring us to thanking some more sponsors. Let's thank Farm Bureau Insurance, Miss Amy Robertson. Big thank you to Town Bank and Insurance. Thanks to Baird Garden, Stevenson Sand Company, and the Perry Auto Group here in Elizabeth City for sponsoring Skippers Baseball. And starting things off for the Ducks, going into the third here, is number 46, Logan Overman, as he fouls one back. Gets behind in the count, 0-2. Looks like Simpson was ready, but Overman wasn't quite set yet at the plate. So stepped out of the box, calls time. Looks like Overman might be ready now. And he sends one screaming into right field, where Jack Matuszak is there to easily take care of the catch there to bring out number 1 for the Ducks.
Now batting number 27, Dayla.
Next up is number 27, Dalen Arrington. And Arrington fouls one back.
I'll get your prize. I'll get your prize.
And just like that, Arrington is behind in the count, 0-2. Oh, and caught him sleeping at the plate. Simpson powers one in for strike 3, and that's going to retire Arrington.
You're done. I told you to strike out. You didn't do it.
And with that, that's going to bring us back to the top of the lineup with number 2, Skylar Dark. As he grounds one to shortstop. And Hunter Sherman's there to take care of the assignment. And throws him out at first.
Top of the third. The score remains the Skippers 1, the Ducks 3.
And with that, that's going to take us into the bottom of the third, baseball fans. And Simpson fouls one back. And that foul ball landed just behind the home stands. And Simpson takes one from Arrington. That's going to send him off to first. That's going to bring up number 12, Hunter Sherman.
Now batting number 12, Hunter Sherman.
For the Skippers. Simpson at first got his lead. Checks Arrington. And like that, it's a rocket into center field. Paxton Tucker taking the shot in the center field. But Paxton looks like he might be just slightly shaken up by hitting the fence. pause as Tucker is taken a look at by our medical staff. Alrighty, baseball fans, getting back into it. And number 8, Cole Wagner, rockets one into left field, where it's handled by Skylar Dark for out number 2. That's going to bring up number 6,
Kobe Ott.
Kobe Ott, up for the Skippers. Ott watches strike 1 come down from Arrington. And that one's fouled back over home plate. And like that, Kobe Ott is down in the count 0-2 with 2 away. Bottom of the 3rd. Skippers are up 1-0. And Ott swings and misses for strike 3 to retire the Skippers for the inning.
No runs for River City in the bottom of the 3rd. The score remains the Skippers 1, the Ducks 0 after the completion of 3 innings.
And with that, baseball fans, let's thank some more of our corporate sponsors. Big thank you to Little Caesars Pizza, Albemarle Fence Company, Simpson's Power Washing, and Big Rock Power Sports for sponsoring Skippers Baseball. Also, another big thank you going out to Centera Healthcare for sponsoring tonight's game here at historic Holmes Field. And baseball fans, starting the 4th inning for the Ducks is number 23, Jalen Greenidge. Simpson with the...
There you
And Greenwich breaks the bat as the bat goes flying in
Now batting
to the
number 14,
infield.
Paxton Tucker.
That's never a good day. That's never a good day. Throw my bat. Bro, let me see it. Why was it so
That's going to bring up number 14, Paxton Tucker for the Ducks. Simpson's pitch is low for ball 1. Swing and a miss for Tucker. Evens the count. And Simpson's pitch swung on and a miss. Puts him down in the count, 1-2. Simpson gets a sign and into the stretch. And it's fouled back just outside the fence. The 1-2 pitch. Rocketed into left field, where Ethan Robinson's able to make the play on it. And that's 2 away for the Ducks.
Now batting number 13, Juan Almonte.
That's going to bring number 13, Juan Almonte, to the plate for the Ducks. And Almonte watches strike 1 come down from the hill. Almonte 0-1 for tonight with a strikeout in the during the first, and quickly gets down in the count, 0-2. Simpson with the pitch. Way high, just a bit outside.
That was intentional.
And Almonte fouls one off into the bullpen of the Skippers. They're indicated they caught the ball in the bullpen, but I don't think that's going to quite count. Almonte fouls yet another one off third base line, staying alive in the at bat. Simpson with the pitch. Foul ball. And Almonte sends one into left field. And Robinson's unable to make a play on it. Almonte safely gets on it first. And that's going to bring Paxton Huff to the plate. 43 for the Ducks.
Now
with
batting
2
number
away.
43, Paxton Huff.
Swing on and a miss. Huff sends one on the ground out to center field for a base hit. Almonte makes it safely on second.
Now batting number 3, Trey Sauls.
That's going to bring up Trey Sauls for the Ducks. Tanner with the pitch. Sauls fouls one off, gets behind in the count 0-2. Simpson checks the runners at first and second and catches Sauls swinging for strike 3 and out number 3.
Top of the 4th, your score still remains the Skippers 1, Ducks 0.
And getting things started for the Skippers in the bottom of the 4th is number 37, Ryan Bellamy. And Bellamy sends a screamer into center field. Handled pretty convincingly by Paxton Tucker. And with that, that's going to bring up
11, Ethan
Robinson for the Skippers. Robinson sends one into into left field, where Skylar Dark is unable to make a play on the ball. That's going to bring up Jack Matashak, number 23 for the Skippers.
Now batting number 23, Jack Matuszak.
Matuszak been in a little bit of a rut here as of late at the at bat. Let's see if he can get out of that rut tonight. I think he just answered that as he sends one screaming into left field all the way to the fence. That's going to bring Robinson in for the score. And Matuszak's going to hang out at second. That brings your score to 2-0. The Skippers. And that's going to bring up number 21.
Rowan Hudson.
Rowan Hudson back to the plate for the Skippers. Hudson not quite ready, so he steps out of the box for just a second. Arrington checks Matuszak at second and throws one into the dirt. Matuszak gets his lead from second. And Hudson sends a screamer into right field where it's played on by Court Keegley for out number 2. That's going to bring up number 18, Drew Nagel for the Skippers. Nagel 0-1 for the evening.
Number 18, Drew Nagel.
Let's see if Drew can get some momentum going here. Nagel watches ball 1. Low and in the dirt. Nagel gets ahead in the count, 2-0. Matuszak taking his lead from second. That makes 3-0 for Nagel at the plate. Two out, runner at second. Skippers up 2-0, bottom of the 4th. The 3-0 pitch is a called strike. Arrington in the stretch. Nagel fouls one off. For a full count. Nagel fouls it back over home plate and back onto the golf course. Staying alive at the at-bat. The 3-2 pitch. Low. Nagel's going to trot off to first. That's going to bring up Noah Simpson.
about it, number 10, Noah Simpson.
That's all right. I was up all
And Simpson watches strike one come across the plate from Arrington to start the at-bat. A little low, evens the count. Arrington with the 1-1. Another beautiful night of baseball here at historic Holmes Field. Simpson watches ball 3 to bring the count 3-1. And Overman's going to pay a visit to the mound to have a chat with Arrington.
Plug it in there. Plug it in.
Three-one pitch. Blasted back to the pitcher's mound, where Arrington makes an easy play at first to end the inning.
River City gets 1 run in the bottom of the 4th. Your new score is the Skippers 2, the Ducks 0 after 4. Skippers would like to announce that at the conclusion of tonight's ball game, all the youth and kids are announced to run over here by the first base dugout to run the bases.
New pitcher on the mound for the Skippers is going to be number 4, Gabe King. The lefty from out of Hillsboro, Missouri, the sophomore at Jefferson College, hanging out with the Skippers this summer. As the lights come up here at the Shipyard, the Skippers are enjoying a 2-0 lead over the Ducks. Let's see if they can continue this.
Leading off the top of the 5th for the Ducks is number 23, Court Kegley.
As Court Kegley comes up for the Ducks, number 23. And Kegley grounds a dribbler to third, where it's picked up by Rowan Hudson. Kegley is thrown out at first.
Now batting number 46, Logan Overman.
That's going to bring number 46, Logan Overman, up for the Ducks. And he pops one down the first base line, and it drops in fair. And Overman's able to make it on the base pretty easily.
Now batting number 27, Dalen Arrington.
King with the pitch. Fires it in for strike one. Heads up.
Give me some pine tar. Pine tar.
I've heard of a foul ball, but never seen a foul bat go flying in person. Arrington's bat flies from home plate to the skipper's dugout. King's pitch a little high. The 1-2 pitch. Overman's able to make it safely to second.
That's sad.
What's
That was
that?
sad. Breaking the pink bat.
We'll get you another one, bro. Don't worry. I'll get some spray paint and get you a pink one. That's what you want, bud.
And Arrington swings and misses for out number 2.
Now batting number 2, Skylar Dark.
That's going to bring Skylar Dark back up to top of the order for the Ducks. And he watches strike one come down from King on the hill. Overman takes his lead from second. And Dark is up on the count, 2-1. And with that pitch, King is able to even the count, 2-2. The low full count. King gets his sign and gets set. The 3-2 pitch. Down and in the dirt. That's going to advance Overman to third. And Dark's going to take first. That's going to bring up number 23, Jalen Greenidge.
Now batting number 23, Jalen Greenidge.
King checks on the runners at first and third. Fires one into Greenidge for called strike one. Dark takes a lead from first. King throws one down in the dirt to even the count. Dark advances to second. Where you have runners at second and third. 2 outs, 2-1 your count. King with the 2-1. High and away. 3 balls and a strike. Skipper's up 2-0. Top of the 5th. Runners on second and third. And Greenwich is going to take the bag. And that's going to bring Paxton Tucker back to the plate.
Now batting number 14, Paxton Tucker.
Tucker gets set and watches strike one. King able to put Tucker into a 0-2 count. Fires one in just a little high, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch from King. Grounded to third.
No runs for Carolina.
Where Rowan Hudson's able to make it.
The Skippers 2, the Ducks 0.
An easy play and gets the Skippers out of that one. It's time to thank a few more of our corporate sponsors. Big thank you going out to Weatherly Insurance, Rivershore Outfitters, Tandem Incorporated, and Kempsville Building Products. A huge thank you to all of our corporate sponsors who help sponsor Skippers Baseball. And starting off the bottom of the 5th for the Skippers is Hunter Sherman, who quickly gets down in the count 0-2. And just like that, Sherman is retired for the at-bat. That's going to bring us back to the top of the order with number 8, Cole Wagner.
Now batting number 8, Cole Wagner.
Wagner comes into tonight's game with a .280 average, looking to improve that average with his performance tonight. And he watches strike 1 come down from the hill from Arrington. Wagner is able to get safely on board first. After Paxton Huff bobbles the ball at short. That's going to bring up number 6, Kobe Ott for the Skippers.
Now batting number 6, Kobe Ott.
Kobe watches strike 1 come across the plate. Arrington checks Wagner at first and tries to pick him off and is unsuccessful at doing so. One's the count. Arrington with the pitch. And Wagner is able to safely steal second as Overman throws low. Arrington with the 1-1 pitch. And that's going to hit Ott in the back. And he's going to trot off to first. That's going to bring up number 37, Ryan Bellamy.
Number 37, Ryan Bellamy.
Bellamy pops one into left field and it drops. That's going to bring Cole Wagner in for the score for the Skippers. And the Skippers steam ahead 3-0.
Now batting number 11, Ethan Robinson.
Next up for the Skippers is number 11, Ethan Robinson. And with that missed pitch by Overman, Ott and Bellamy are able to advance. Arrington's pitch high there, 2-0. Robinson watches strike one come across the plate. 2 balls and a strike. A nice breeze coming off first base line. And Robinson watches the count advance to 3-1. Arrington with the pitch. Robinson pops one into right field. That's going to bring Ott in.
Now batting number 23, Jack Matuszak.
And with that score by Ott, that brings your score to 4-0 for the Skippers. That's going to bring Jack Matuszak back to the plate. Let's see what he can do with the at-bat here, as he doubled the last time at bat. Fouls one off third base line. Runners at the corners for the Skippers. Only one away in the bottom of the fifth. Arrington with the pitch. Fouls one off. And I believe that one just went into the creek as well. So with that, Matuszak goes deep into the count, 0-2. And Matuszak sends one into center field. That's going to bring in Bellamy. Brings your score to 5-0 for the Skippers. That brings number 21, Rowan Hudson, back to the plate for the Skippers.
21, Rowan Hudson.
And Hudson watches strike one come down from Arrington on the hill. And Hudson dribbles one to the mound where he's able to be thrown out at first. That's going to bring up number 18, Drew Nagel.
Now batting number 18, Drew Nagel.
First pitch to Nagel is a little low from Arrington. Nagel with a swing and a miss evens count 1-1. Nagel sends one screaming into center field. And it is out of here. I stand corrected. It was down in the bottom of the fence. Nagel able to make it safely to second. That brought in Robinson and Bellamy. That's going to make your Skippers lead 7, and that's going to bring a visit out to the mound. And Arrington is done for the evening.
Somehow made it to where I'm at. It's been a living as a matter of fact. I get a bad attitude from being tired and running around. Never asked for anyone to say they like my
New pitcher for the Ducks is number 51, Sean Henry. Noah Simpson grounds one into center field. Is able to make it around to second. Off a rocket from Paxton Tucker out of center field. And Drew Nagel is able to score for the Skippers. It makes your score 8-0. Skippers had the bow of the boat pointed towards a wind.
12, Hunter Sherman.
And is hoping to be able to break that 2-game losing streak that they're under. Henry with a pitch to Hunter Sherman. He swings and misses. Henry's pitch low, and Overman tries to make a play on the ball and pick off Simpson at third, and is unable to do so. Sherman with a swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Henry fires one in outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Skippers are up 8-0 in the bottom of the 5th. The 2-2 pitch, high. Henry gets his sign and is set. The 3-2 pitch. Outside, that's going to send Sherman trotting to first. That's going to bring up number 8, Cole Wagner, back to the top of the lineup for the Skippers.
Batting number 8, Cole Wagner.
Wagner gets set. Henry with the pitch. High, ball 1. Henry's pitch high, 3 balls, no strikes to Cole Wagner. The 3-0 pitch from Henry is high. That's going to load the bases for the Skippers.
Pitch hitting is number 9, Joe Horchler.
Pinch hitter for the Skippers tonight is number 9, Joe Horchler. He watches ball one. And Henry fires one in for called strike one. Like to remind everybody that if you'd like to see Skippers baseball live, you have an opportunity tomorrow night where the Skippers will be home tomorrow night.
River City puts 6 runs on the board in the bottom of the 5th. Your new score is the Skippers 8, the Ducks 0 after 5.
Your Skippers will take on the Clayton Clovers tomorrow night. 5 p.m. is the game time. Gates open at 4. And with that, the Skippers are retired. And the 5th inning is done. Your Skippers are up 8-0 over the Ducks.
The song goes out to our next starting pitcher for the Skippers, number 30, Drew Copeland.
New arm on the mound for the Skippers, number 30, Drew Copeland, Elizabeth City's own. Copeland, a junior at Mid-Atlantic Christian University here in Elizabeth City. Copeland hoping to finish the assignment tonight for the Skippers and secure the win. Thanks to more of our corporate sponsors. I'd like to thank Atlantic Union Bank, Tri-B Construction, Pepsi, College of the Albemarle, Colony Tire, and Dairy Queen here in Elizabeth City. Thank you for sponsoring Skippers Baseball.
Leading up the top of the 6th for the Ducks is number 13, Juan Almonte.
All right.
Leading off for the Ducks in the top of the 6th is Juan Almonte, number 13. And he sends one rocketing into center field for a base hit. That's going to bring up number 43, Paxton Huff.
Now batting number 43, Paxton
for the Ducks. Huff 1 for 2 for tonight. Sherman's able to take care of Almonte on second, but they were unable to take care of Huff at first.
Number 3, Trey Sauls.
Number 3, Trey Sauls coming up for the Ducks with one away. Swing and a miss by Sauls. Copeland checks Huff at first, fires one into Sauls, and Sauls gets down in the count 0-2. Huff takes his lead at first, and Copeland tries to pick him off unsuccessfully. The 0-2 pitch, swing on and a miss by Sauls. And Huff is able to take second with 2
Batting
outs.
number 23, Court Kegley.
That's going to bring Court Kegley up, number 23 for the Ducks. Copeland with the pitch. Outside, ball 1. I'm not sure what happened with that, but apparently Kegley got hit by a pitch. Or maybe grazed, I'm not sure.
Now batting number 46, Logan Overman.
Either way, that's going to put Kegley on first, Huff on second, and Logan Overman is our batter for the Ducks. 2 away, top of the 6th. Copeland fires one in for strike 1. Copeland checks Huff at second, and Overman bats one into right field. And like that, the Ducks score 2.
Now batting number 27, Dalen Arrington.
Next up for the Ducks is number 27, Dalen Arrington. Copeland fires one in, evens the count 1-1. 2 out, runner on third. Skipper still ahead, 8-2. Three balls and a strike. And Arrington's going to take ball 4. And that's going to bring a visit to the mound by Noah Cartwright. Cartwright has a brief word with Drew Copeland and hopefully gets him back together. As Skylar Dark comes back up to bring us to the top of the order for the Ducks.
Now batting number 2, Skylar Dark.
Skylar watches ball 1. Once again, reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in seeing Skippers baseball live, you have an opportunity tomorrow night where your Skippers will take on the Clayton Clovers. Game time's 5 p.m. Tomorrow night's game is going to be sponsored by Corner Market Auctions. And the first 100 kids in attendance will receive a Corner Market Auction Airborne.
Carolina gets 2 runs in the top of the 6th. to
And
make the
that
new score. The
foul ball
Skippers
was
8,
handled by Rowan
the Ducks
Hudson in
2.
foul territory, which ends the inning for the Ducks at bat. The Ducks were able to score 2 in that inning. Let's see if your Skippers can hold off. The Ducks next inning. But right now, let's see if we can put some points on the board for the Skippers. Getting the bottom of the 6th started off for the Skippers is number 37, Ryan Bellamy.
Laying off the bottom of the 6th for the Skippers is number 37, Ryan Bellamy.
Henry fires that one into the dirt. Bellamy way ahead in the count, 3-0. And with that, Bellamy's going to take a trot down to first base. That's going to bring up Ethan Robinson back up for the Skippers.
Now batting number 11, Ethan Robinson.
And he starts the at-bat with a called strike. Robinson gets way behind in the count, 1-2. Count even at 2. Bellamy takes his lead at first. Robinson fouls one off first base line. Henry with the 2-2 pitch. Fouled away. Henry's pitch low, fills the count, and Bellamy advances to second. The 3-2 pitch. Henry pops one up out of play, and there go the kids. Robinson hanging on at the at-bat. It's going to be low and overthrown by Overman, which is going to allow Bellamy to score off the error at third. And that's going to bring a visit to the mound. That's going to change up some of the assignments in the field for the Ducks. Your new pitcher for the Ducks is going to be number 14, Paxton Tucker.
All right, Jack, let's do it again, Mike.
And that's going to bring number 23, Jack Matashak, back up to the plate. Pitch is going to be high, and that allows Ethan Robinson to advance to second. Tucker's pitch high, 2-0 the count. Matashak way ahead in the count, 3-0. The 3-0 from Tucker, high and wild, and Robinson is able to advance to third, and Matashak's going to trot off to first. That's going to bring up number 21, Rowan Hudson.
Now batting number 21, Rowan Hudson.
Tucker with the pitch. Hudson watches strike one come crossed. Runners at second and third, no outs. That's 2-1 is the count to Hudson. Tucker gets his sign and is ready. The 2-1 pitch. And that's drilled in for strike two to Hudson. And Hudson goes down swinging for out number one. That's going to bring up number 18, Drew Nagel.
Now batting number 18, Drew Nagel.
Nagel 1 for 2 for this evening. Watch a strike one come across the plate. A little high, evens the count at 1. Tucker gets a sign and a set. Nagel swing and a miss. The 1-2 pitch. Swing on and a miss, and that retires Nagel. 2 outs for the Skippers. That's going to bring Noah Simpson up.
Now batting number 10, Noah Simpson.
And he watches ball one. Simpson fouls one back to even the count. In the dirt, and Robinson's going to make it in for the score. Brings your Skippers 10-2. The 2-1 pitch. Pop up. And Overman makes the play on the ball. Is able to grab it.
For River City in the bottom of the 6th. Your new score is the Skippers 10, the Ducks 2 after 6.
And getting things started for the Ducks in the top of the 7th, number 23, Jalen Greenidge, and he pops one foul. And Ryan Bellamy is able to handle that in foul territory for out number 1.
Greenwich. Hey, Greenwich. That's my bad, buddy. We'll get you next time. My vision ain't good. By the time I looked up, I was like, oops.
That's going to bring number 14, Paxton Tucker, to the plate, and he watches strike 1 come down from Drew Copeland. A swing on and a miss. He gets way behind in the count, 0-2. Copeland with the sign. Gets set. Pop foul right above our heads. And off to the races they go. The kids go flying to get the foul ball. Conversation at the mound with Copeland and Simpson. I think we're ready to roll again. Tucker down 0-2, fouls another one off, but that one is well out of play and out of the park. I think it's somewhere around the 3rd or 4th hole on the golf course. Copeland fires one into the dirt, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch from Copeland rocketed into center field. And Cole Wagner is able to make the play on it for out number 2.
Now batting number 13, Juan Almonte.
That brings back number 13, Juan Almonte, back up for the Ducks. Almonte gets set at the plate. Almonte fouls one off, evens the count, 1-1. 2 away, nobody on, top of the 7th. Your Skippers are ahead 10-2 here at the Shipyard. Almonte able to ground one into left field for a base hit.
Now batting number 43, Paxton Huff.
That's going to bring Paxton Huff back up to the plate for his next appearance. Huff is 1 for 3 tonight. Copeland with the pitch. And Huff fouls one back. That was sliced into the rough on the golf course there. And just like that, Huff gets low and in the count, 0-2. And just like that, the Ducks are retired.
There runs for Carolina in the top of the 7th. The score remains the Skippers 10, the Ducks 2.
Going into the bottom of the 7th now. See if the Skippers can get some momentum. Get some more runs scored. And taking us into the bottom of the 7th for the Skippers. Starting off with Hunter Sherman. Hunter Sherman is your batter, and he watches ball 1 go by. Watches the 1-1 pitch come through. Tucker with the pitch. Swing and a miss. The 1-2 pitch by Tucker popped up into shallow right field. Play is made by Jalen Greenidge for out number 1. That's going to bring us back to the top of the order. Number 8, Cole Wagner,
Now batting number 8, Cole Wagner.
making his next appearance at the plate. Trying to dredge the Skippers out of this rut that they're in. Watch his ball 1. Tucker gets his sign in the stretch. Delivers strike 1. 2 balls and a strike to Wagner. Wagner fouls one off and splash down it goes. Off the third base line. The 2-2 pitch. A little low, full count. Wagner stays alive and fouls one off first base line. And with that, Wagner is retired for the evening. At least for this at bat. That's going to bring up number 6, Colby Ott. I stand corrected. That's number 9, Joe Hertzler, pinch hitting for Colby Ott. He
Now
watches
number
ball
9
1.
is Joe Hortzler.
And Hertzler sends a screamer to center field.
All right, Centura.
That appears that Skylar Dark is down. Not sure if he came down wrong on his shoulder. But he's waving everybody off saying that he's okay. And Hertzler was able to make it safely on the second with 2 away for the Skippers. That's going to bring up Ryan Bellamy. Bellamy 1 for 3 tonight.
Now batting number 37, Ryan Bellamy.
Tucker with a pitch to Bellamy. Swing on and a miss. And just like that, Bellamy gets down in the count, 0-2. 1-2 the count. And Bellamy grounds one to shallow right field, where the play is able to be made to shut down the Skippers.
The score remains the Skippers 10, the Ducks 2 after 7.
Starting out the Ducks at the top of the 8th is Trey Sauls, and he's down in the count 0-2 and goes down swinging for out number 1.
Now batting number 23, Court Kegley.
That's going to bring 23 Court Kegley back up for the Ducks. And Kegley pops one to second. Where Drew Nagel is able to make the play for out number 2. That's going to bring up Logan Overman for the Ducks. And
now batting number 46, Logan Overman.
And Overman with a swing and a miss. And Overman watches strike 2 with 2 outs, top of the 8th. So I've found that there is no limit to what you would see at a ballpark. As Overman fouls that one off. As I'm looking down from the first base dugout, there was a fan who found a baby bat caught in the fence, in the netting behind home plate. Overman swings and a
Runs
miss
for
to
Carolina
finish
on top
off
of
the inning
The score remains the Skippers 10, the Ducks 2.
for the Ducks. So as far as a baby bat is concerned, yes, there was a baby bat found here on the first base side as the crowd went crazy over that. Once again, that shows you never know what you're going to see at the ballpark.
Just another reminder, at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'd like to have all the kids over here by the first base dugout to run the bases.
And with that being said, if you want to come out and take part of all the fun and excitement of Skippers baseball, you have a chance to do so tomorrow night, where your Skippers will host the Clayton Clovers. Game time 5 p.m. right here at historic Holmes Field. Come on down to the shipyard here and help cheer your Skippers on to a victory over the Clayton Clovers. Tomorrow night's game is going to be sponsored by Corner Market Auctions, and the first 100 kids will receive a Corner Market Auction air horn. Again, game time 5 p.m. Gates will open at 4. And starting us off in the bottom of the 8th is number 11, Ethan Robinson. Tucker takes a deep breath and launches the pitch down the hill for ball 1. Robinson 2 for 3 for the evening. Watches the count get even, 1-1. Tucker throws that a little bit low, 2-1. And Robinson evens the count, 2-2. Tucker with the pitch. Robinson fouls one off first base line and well out of play. Staying alive for the at-bat. Tucker with the pitch. And once again, Robinson fouls one off first base line. Just on the other side of the batting cages. The 2-2 pitch. Rocketed into left field, where Skylar Dark is able to make the play on it for out number 1. That's going to bring up number 23, Jack Matushak.
Now batting number 23, Jack Matushak.
And Matushak watches strike 1 come down from the hill. Just a little bit outside, evens count, 1-1. Tucker with the pitch. Swing on and a miss. And just like that, we're 2 away. That's going to bring up number 21, Rowan Hudson, for the Skippers.
Now batting number 21, Rowan Hudson.
And Tucker with the pitch. Starts off low. Swing on and a miss by Hudson. Evens the count. Tucker gets the sign, and the pitch low. Two balls and a strike. Hudson gets a foul tip. 2-2. Tucker gets his sign, takes a deep breath and goes into the stretch. Goes high for a full count. And Hudson watches strike 3 come down from the hill. End in the inning.
City in the bottom of the 8th. The score remains the Skippers 10, the Ducks 2, going into the 9th and final inning.
And starting the top of the ninth for the Ducks is number 27, Dalen Arrington, as he stands at a 1-1 count. Copeland with the pitch, fouled back, smacks the bleachers just behind home plate. And that's going to retire Arrington back to the dugout.
Now batting number 2, Skylar Dark.
It's going to bring up number 2, Skylar Dark. We're back at the top of the
Greenwich.
lineup for the
Get
Ducks.
your name right this time, bro. Yep. Promise you.
Remember, Skipper fans, we talked about this early in the evening. Still looking for some Facebook comments on the starting lineup post of just how many skippers were helping out the Carolina Ducks tonight. Still looking for that number. As Copeland throws one low into Skylar Dark. Dark watches strike one come across for an even count. And that's going to send Dark back to the dugout and bring up out number 2.
Number 23, Jalen Greenwich.
That's going to bring 23, Jalen Greenwich, to the plate for the Ducks. And he's going to watch ball 1. He sends one rocking into Rowan Hudson at third. And Hudson's able to make the play
That is your ball game.
to Ryan Bellamy at first, and that's going to be your ball game.
The Skippers 10, the Ducks 2.
We want to thank everybody for joining us online.
For sponsoring tonight's game.
I want to thank everybody for joining us online. And we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night, where your Skippers will take on the Clayton Clovers. Game time 5 p.m. Thank you all, and we will see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.